welcome back to my channel. I am Bekah Jo, aka the Makeup Tax Lady, and today I want to do a get ready with me. It has been too long since I have filmed yet again, and it has been too long since just showing you a lot of the products that I'm loving right now. So let's get right on into it. So there's been kind of two different base combos that I've been loving lately, and today I want to go to the one that I haven't worn in a couple of weeks. So let me show you the one that has been my go-to for the last several weeks, and that is a combination of my Blue Tansy Foundation Primer. This is from Kingdom Come Home, and the Christian Beauty Company Tallow Liquid Foundation. This one, if it's gonna focus, is in the shade Light Neutral, and it is basically a perfect skin tone match for me. So that, and then the texture of it looks lovely on the skin. Combined with this, it's a very beautiful combination. Products that I want to wear today, and I don't know if I've introduced this product, probably haven't introduced this product on YouTube yet. This is the Clover by Clove and Hollow. Skin is in Skin Tint. So this is a newer-ish product from this brand. I've tried a few things from them before. They have another foundation product that was a little bit too heavy for my skin. It was a very pretty formula, but this product is essentially their, what do they call it? It's like their water tint. No, there's no tint. It's like their water balm or something. It's a very lightweight kind of gel moisturizer. I'm not going to explain it well. If I can find a good description, I'll share it here with you on the screen. But this is essentially that moisturizer product with a touch, it's very sheer, of like a skin tint type of product. So I like to take this and shake it up. It wears really well on the skin, and where I need more coverage, I'll just add more concealer. But I just dipped my hand into the jar. It's kind of just a, I don't know the best way to describe it, kind of just a gel texture. And honestly, it's kind of separated in the jar, but it blends in together nicely on the skin and just provides a tint of coverage. It's very moisturizing right now, but like I said, it's basically their moisturizer product with some tint added in. Blend it in with my hands the way that I would a moisturizer. And I think I have this in the light shade, but it works well because it's so sheer. I think they only have a handful of shades anyway. It's not like you're gonna get too precise with undertones and all that. This is Shell is the shade. I love a glowy foundation. If you are not new here, you know that that is a change for me. It's probably been occurring over the last several years, but now that I love a glowy foundation, that's just my favorite thing. I'd rather have a glowy foundation any day of the week. Almost oddly enough, the concealer that I have liked to pair with this foundation skin tint in the past has been the Christian Beauty Company Tallow Cream Foundation. This is fair neutral. This is too light for me for all over my face, which I'm pretty pale, but Christian Beauty Company, who does both this cream concealer and then the tallow liquid that I mentioned before, they have a really good shade range. Especially for a brand that, you know, they're not like a big Sephora and Ulta kind of brand, but she works really hard to provide a variety of skin tones, undertones, varying depths, all those sorts of things. So really cool to see that. So this product works really well for me as concealer. And I said it's kind of odd because I would consider this a little bit more on the matte side, and maybe that's why it works really well with the super glowy, pretty sheer skin tint. I don't know. It does. It provides just a little bit of coverage. I'm just taking, this is a Sydney Grace like eyeshadow brush, but I'm just twirling it in the cream product here so I don't pick up too much, and then adding it to the places where I want a little concealer coverage. I do have a couple liquid concealers that I enjoy. I'm working through the Tower 28 right now, and then I also have a Sephora brand like glowy light coverage concealer. but with this product being so sheer, the base product, I want my concealer to have a little bit more punch than like that glowy concealer. Now that I believe the Sephora sale is over, I can confirm I purchased nothing. I'm not normally one to go crazy over the Sephora sale. I'm not a big Sephora gal, so I get the like minimum discount, 10%, and it doesn't even feel like a sale. There is a bit of FOMO, like seeing everybody else talk about things, but then I remember like what I have in front of me today, what we're using today. I have products that I like. I have really good products, and most of these are from companies that I really want to really enjoy supporting. So, and they have like good ingredients and all those sorts of things. And over time, maybe it's just me getting older, the appeal of like the big name store like Sephora or even Ulta, it just doesn't draw me in the way that it has in the past. I go through phases, so I'm sure that something will come up and I will possibly check it out or make a purchase from Sephora or Ulta. I mean, I did make a purchase there, like end of December, early January, to pick up a couple things, including the Sephora concealer that I mentioned, partly because they were having like a 20% off sale for everyone. Like, why am I gonna shop the Sephora sale if I max out at like 10% or 15 or whatever it is, when they put stuff on sale other times of the year? And I need to, like, I want to work through the products that I have and not just buy something new all the time. Another product from Christian Beauty Company. This is the Tallow Sculpt and Bronze. This is their Contour 1 shade. It's a really, really nice contour shade, and it's not like gray. Hopefully you'll see it here on my skin tone. Like, it has a little bit of bronziness, maybe brown to it. I would almost say it has like a cool olive undertone, but it's not like a yellow olive, which is where the cool comes in, I suppose. But I think it is a very nice shade for my skin tone. She has a variety. I think she's got 3 in the contour line and then 3 in the bronze line. I'll link these brands below in the description in case you're curious on checking anything out. I do also have some affiliate codes or links. I'm not exactly sure what the Christian Beauty Company one is just yet. I haven't fully set it all up. It might be just a link. If you are curious in checking on their site and you click on the link, thank you. Yeah, so this product is very creamy, very nice on the skin. It wears well all day. Yeah, it blends in. I really like it. I'm not just here to be sponsored and talk. I'm not sponsored by the Christian Beauty Company, but they have been someone that I've made purchases from recently. So another product that I picked up, this isn't like my favorite shade, it is the shade that I picked out. But it is their HD Cream Blush. So it comes in a nice little pot. This is shade number 8. I don't remember what the shade name is, so I'll post that on the screen, but this is a nice glowy blush, and there are a couple of lighter pinks in the lineup that I'm curious to try. See, this one, it's a pretty shade. It's not like a go-to shade for me. I typically like a pinker shade, but this will be so pretty this will be a very easy to wear shade, especially summer and then like towards fall time. It's not a bad shade. Like I said, it's pretty. It's just not like a go-to shade for me. But it has a nice glowy finish to it. Looks nice on the skin, wears well. And I think it's a little bit different than my Sydney Grace cream blush shades that I have. So it's not like a dupe for anything that I already have. Okay, I want to set now. This is my Sydney Grace Cloud 9 powder. This is the shade Fair, but I think they just have it in one like translucent shade now. It says Fair, but I don't know that it really like has coverage or anything. So let me know what you did with the Sephora sale. I'm not shaming. I know that a lot of folks save up to be able to get the things that they're looking for at the Sephora sale. If you picked up anything like super cool, or even if it's just like a backup or a replacement of something you already have, share it in the comments, please. Curious to hear what products you do love from Sephora or Ulta. And I know that in a lot of cases, shopping Sephora and Ulta may be more convenient than shopping online through other brands. So I understand that. You know, when you're drinking your morning drink, it's been tea for me lately, and it's like the perfect temperature, and it just, that's where my tea is at right now. So there's cuts here because I'm drinking my tea. I am going in with this e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe to just add a little fullness to my brows. A little bit more shape, very light-handed because I don't like my brows to be too deep. So how have we been doing with makeup purchases in general lately? Have we been buying from indie brands, buying the new releases, or not? I've been kind of a mixture. I made a really big order from Kryptine Cosmetics with the release of their new palette, Supernova, I think is the name of it. And then they finally restocked their spring palettes and their little 5-pan tulip dreams or something like that. So I'm excited, very excited to have all of those in my collection. I think those spring palettes are really pretty. And in the several purchases that I made with Kryptine last year, I just missed picking those up. They weren't like my first choice of the palettes available on their site. This was my Sydney Grace Clear Stronghold Brow Gel, by the way. So the spring palettes weren't like my first choice, and then they were out of stock for quite some time. So excited that they were restocked and was able to snag them. I also know now that I enjoy the Kryptine Cosmetics formula, so it's easier to like purchase things that I wasn't quite sure if I would like them or not. You can always mix and match the palettes, move the shades around, that sort of stuff. I did also receive the 2 newest palettes from Sydney Grace. They sent them to me in PR, so I've been doing shorts with those. I do want to do like a full-length video with swatches and all of that stuff. So I don't know quite when it's going to happen because there's a lot of things happening in my life right now, hence lack of uploads. But I'm excited to share those with you guys in a more full video format. They're beautiful palettes. Just to show you those, here's the Hot Mess. This is the light version. And here is Perfectly Balanced, also the light version. If I didn't say it, that was my About Face eyeshadow primer. Now, I didn't pick up any additional setting powder. This is just the brush that had the setting powder, tapping it over my lids. And I think today, I'm not doing anything super crazy. I don't need any like super fun eyeshadow, but I want to wear my Ensley Rain Hoppy Go Lucky. This is such a pretty spring palette, and we're gonna enjoy it today. Dip into Thumper with a fluffier brush. This is a Give Me Glow G415 brush. Just gonna gently work this into the crease. It's a light shade, so I'm not expecting anything super punchy. Just a little bit of shading. So back to recent purchases. So I did also place an order on Sydney Grace's website for some of their new size magnetic empty palettes. I think, I want to say it's like a 20-pan size, which is a great size and one that I feel was really missing from their lineup. So I'm excited. They're really nice empty magnetic palettes, and I'm looking forward to using them. Now I'm going to dip into Hippity Hoppity Boo. This is a Sydney Grace E05 brush. So thinking through my recent purchases, Sydney Grace, waiting on that one to arrive. Kryptine, waiting on that one to arrive. I've also purchased 2 palettes from Glaminatrix, purchased them on pre-orders, and they have not, time of filming, arrived at the warehouses or shipped out yet. So I am very anxious to get my hands on those. That is the Bonfire palette and their next iteration of the April Fools, which is Silent but Deadly. I think that color story is so fun. Pink, purple, green, which I love all those shades anyway. I think Glaminatrix does really pretty color stories. Like, they make them very interesting and cohesive and a little bit challenging at times. So I enjoy their color stories most of the time. I chose not so far to pick up their Old Soul palette. I think it's a pretty color story, but it's just a little bit neutral for my preferences. I have a lot of those shades in other palettes, so at some point I might add it to my collection, but it's not high priority at this point. Angled brush from Sydney Grace, dipping into Carrot Cake. I have also obviously made purchases from Christian Beauty Company lately, and I am definitely enjoying the items from those purchases. She keeps like coming out with more new stuff too. I think her name is Sylvia from Christian Beauty Company. So that's always fun to watch a small brand growing and expanding. I got just a teensy bit of fallout from that matte, so I am taking a little bit of setting powder to see if I can kind of buff it away. Or just kind of cover it up, I guess. Honestly, I like this as a matte look. But we'll add shimmer because it's really hard to resist Ansley Rain shimmers. Okay, Velveteen. I'm gonna add just a splash of this through like the center of my lid. Just gonna keep it nice and light. If I didn't say it already, I am just going into the office today, and I have a long day. I have an event after work, but I don't need anything too fancy, just want to feel a little pretty and put together. I am going to add some Tower 28 mascara to my lids. I think this is one that I also picked up in that little flash sale in December or January that Sephora had. But I really try to only have one mascara open at a time, so just hadn't opened it until recently. But I do like it. I think I've had this one before, but I'm really enjoying it this time. So this is just the black shade. Okay, mascara is on. It is still drying. I don't feel like I need to add a powder blush. I have been adding a powder bronzer lately. Let's add just a little bit. I have really been just loving using all the time the bronzer. This is the shade Starlight from Sydney Grace. It's part of their luminous light blush palette in the light variety. Starlight right here. Just gonna take this brush, dip into the bronzer, and then push it against the mirror because the product is pigmented. And I just kind of want to use it around the perimeter of my forehead and then kind of up under / over that blush a little bit. Okay, very nice. I feel like I want a highlighter. Forgive that this monitor screen came on. It's distracting me, so I apologize. Let's add a little bit of Sydney Grace cream highlighter. This is probably my favorite. I already took the cap off, but Paradise on Ice. And it might have been a shade that came in like a Christmas or other mystery box. So I apologize if you cannot, see it online. Just taking a little bit on both because I don't want too much. Also, ignore my fingernails. I know they need repainted. Just want just a little extra glow on the cheeks because I am who I am. And that's what I enjoy. I don't even know if it'll pick up on camera. It's kind of subtle in a natural kind of way, and it's very pretty. I do want to do a quick spray. I have a couple like glycerin face mists that I have really been enjoying lately. This is the Juiced Apple Pectin Face Mist from Kingdom Come Home, which is like all natural ingredients, including glycerin and witch hazel and hyaluronic acid. Very, very nice on the skin. The other one is from Christian Beauty Company, their Divine Oasis Desert Botanical Hydration Mist. This one has aloe, glycerin, I think that one's witch hazel, and a handful of other ingredients in it as well. Both very nice on the skin. I'm gonna do just a very light mist. I already put mascara on, so I'm not trying to like drench my face, which isn't normally how I use this anyway. It does have a very nice mister on it. Mister. Let's do something quick and easy on the lips. That has been where I have been lately. I have several lip products that I enjoy, but a gloss is just like, I can't beat it. I cannot beat an easy gloss. Let's use Ensley Rain. I think this is Inner Glow, like their It Girl gloss or something from the Glow collection last year. I purchased this one myself. And it's basically just a sheer gloss with a hint of pink in it. Here we are. Here is the final look. Thank you so much for joining me for today's fun little everyday sort of get ready with me. I really enjoy the way that the look came out. I think it's springy, and I'm wearing a top that I just recently purchased as well that, you know, fun, feels springy, always fun to wear a new clothing item as well. So let me get our Bible verse to close us out of today's video. Reading from the New King James Version, this is Hebrews 12 verses 1 and 2. Therefore we also, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily ensnares us, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and has sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Thank you once again for joining me for today's video, and I hope to see you in the next one.